What's going on, everybody out there? Now, I know all of my fans out there love to game. Most of you guys I know are gamers because I read the comments. But on the other hand, I see a lot of folks out there don't have a lot of money to buy these top AAA titles. But that's not going to stop you from gaming whatsoever, because on Steam, they have many free games that you can immerse yourself in for hours and not have to pay a penny. So we played a bunch of different games, and I chose the top 10 that I thought were worthy for your gaming time. So with that said, let's jump in and let's check out the top 10 favorites of mine for June 2017, and they're absolutely free. So the first game we have up, folks, is Path of Exile. Now, this is an online action RPG set in a dark fantasy world with zombies and different dark creatures. Path of Exile is a game where you choose an exile who is struggling to survive in a place called Wereclass, and you exact your revenge on those who wronged you. So you basically get even with your foes. I don't know what you guys think, but let me know after you play it what you think. I feel this game is kind of Conan mixed with zombies. This game is pretty fun, however. It has cool combat animations, it has deep character customization. You can really customize your character. You can customize your weapons, and there are hundreds of skills with different gems you can collect. There are lots of different missions, and to control your character, it's very simple. It's just point and click with your mouse. Now, this game's absolutely free. You guys check it out. We'll have a link down below, and this is number 10 out of the top 10. Next up, as number 9, we have War Thunder, a very loud title. Now, War Thunder is a very interesting game. For one thing, it's a very cross-platform MMO. You can control games in Windows, Linux, Mac, and PlayStation 4. If you're into World War II, I think you'll find this game pretty fun because you fight in air and land battles and you're using the military vehicles that were used in World War II and the Korean War period. So if you're into that type of theme, you'll be really into this game. It's player versus player and player versus environment. You get team battles and campaign modes. It has really easy controls, simple mouse and keyboard. Now, as far as the weapons go, it is pretty limited because all you do is get guns and missiles. But the positive thing is the game does have good graphics and it's pretty fun to play. And let's just face it, it's free, so why not? Now, this next game, which is game number 8, for a long time, this game was actually sold as a standalone title. But now it's free, and I'm talking about EVE Online. Now, in EVE Online, there are a lot of different options. You can choose what you want to do in EVE, from warfare to being a space pirate, and there are multiple paths and careers to choose from. Now, this game features a huge, massive multiplayer online environment. You can create your own character. It has easy controls, mouse point and click to move, just like the previous games we've looked at, and it has very excellent graphics. If you're one of those people who truly likes to get themselves totally involved in a game, spend lots of time immersing yourself into it, building your character, building all that kind of stuff, EVE Online might just be for you. And like I said, this game actually was a game that was being sold as a standalone title, but now Steam has brought it to you guys for free. So you guys should really check this one out, because if you're into that online thing and you like a bunch of depth of your character, this is something you might want to seriously check out. Now, game number 7 is a game that's been around a long time. This is Team Fortress 2. I think most of you guys out there know what it is, but for those who don't, let's take a quick look. Now, Team Fortress 2 is a totally team-based shooter game with 9 classes of characters, which are kind of comical. And one thing really cool about Team Fortress 2 is that they are constantly upgrading the game with new game modes, maps, equipment, and hats. So if you like a lot of change and you like a first-person shooter, this might just be for you. Now, obviously, Team Fortress 2 is a first-person shooter. Each class has its own special weapons. The graphics are, they're okay. They're nothing to write home to your mom about, but they're not totally crappy easy. The controls are easy, and everything's done with a mouse and keyboard. All right, tech fans, so game number 6 is Cloud Pirates. Now, how these guys are going to steal clouds, I just don't know, but let's check out the game. Now, Cloud Pirates is an action MMO involving pirate airplanes equipped with cannons and fast-paced aerial battles. You can customize your own ship with different weapons, and there are tons of unique ship upgrades. You can pick your own captain and navigate the skies. So this game's all about air battle. There are a variety of weapons, guns and cannons. It's got really good graphics, 4 different game modes, and once again, keyboard and mouse easy controls. In truth, this game really isn't all that in-depth, but if you want to just waste some time shooting some stuff up, hey, Cloud Pirates might just be for you. Put on your eye patch and get going, matey. All right, tech fans, game number 5, Paladins. Now, if you're a fan of Overwatch, I really think you're going to like this game. Paladins is a team-based shooter game that kind of feels like Overwatch. There are different characters they call champions, and they each have their own special abilities. They range from humans to goblins to elves to even jetpack-clad dragons. Did somebody say dragons? Ah! And the absolute coolest thing, however, is you can join battles or create your own custom ones, all to your specifications. Now, Paladins has good graphics, not the absolute best in the world, but they're still pretty solid, especially for a free game. It's a first-person shooter. There are 4 attacks and special abilities. It has easy controls, and once again, it's all done by the keyboard and mouse. All right, folks, so game number 4, Fractured Space. And then pretty much out of all the free games, I think this one probably has the best graphics, and it's also a lot of fun. Let's check it out. Fractured Space uses the stunning Unreal Engine 4, and that's why it has such great graphics. This spaceship combat game looks absolutely brilliant. You captain this giant ship in space, and your main objective is to pretty much capture mining stations for resources, so that way you can upgrade your ship and just make it more badass. Fractured Space features cool graphics in space. You get a variety of weapons and attacks. You get missiles, guns, gravity nukes. It's done by a keyboard and mouse, and you can even hyperdrive. Can anyone say engage? Next up, we have PlanetSide 2, which is basically 3 empires going to battle. Let's check it out. PlanetSide 2 is another massive multiplayer online first-person shooter game. You can customize your character, you can customize your weapons, and even your vehicles to match your playing style. The basic strategy of the game is you choose between 3 warring empires as you capture territories and defend them from those other pesky online players. PlanetSide 2 features 4 diverse continent maps, huge maps in fact, with dozens of square kilometers of seamless gameplay. You get a huge variety of weapons and vehicles. The graphics are just okay, but the controls are pretty easy and they're once again keyboard and mouse based. Now let's check out game number 2 in our top 10, Atlas Reactor. Atlas Reactor is actually a pretty fun game. It's a turn-based player versus player game where freelancers, which are heroes with different abilities, fight off in futuristic arenas. And the arenas do look pretty damn cool. Atlas Reactor features awesome graphics, a variety of different moves, each character has its own special attacks, it's a strategy game which is very addictive, and it's also very easy to control. All in all, if you want to waste a lot of time and pay no money, this game is definitely worth checking out. Alright gamers, so here is my number 1 choice of the free games out there, because I feel that this one is just the coolest one overall for being free, and that is Warframe. Warframe is a game about a race of warriors called the Tenno. Now these are warriors of blade and gun, and you awaken from what seems like a long sleep. When this character Vok awakens you, he pretty much wants you dead. It's not a bad story, and it does have some pretty neat graphics for a free game. Warframe is a third-person shooter. It's got lots of aliens, a variety of weapons you can use. It's got guns, staff, pistols, throwing knives, the kitchen sink. It has awesome electric attacks. It has definitely easy controls, although they happen to be a bit awkward sometimes. But the coolest thing about this game, however, is it's lots of action, lots of fun, and you can waste lots of hours in here just playing this game that's absolutely free. Alright tech fans, so there you have it. My pick of the top 10 free games on Steam for the month of June in 2017. Now I know you guys out there might have different opinions. I would love to see them down below. Please tell me what your favorite free game is. But the bottom line here is, folks, is that all of these games cost no money. Some of them are better than others, obviously, and if depending on the genre of game that you like, you may be able to find one that you're just like totally in love with, and there'll be others that you're just gonna be like, yeah, that's not my style. But at the end of the day, you don't have to pay any money for these games. So that means they're completely pretty much stress-free, cash-free, and you can play them, and if you don't like them, big deal. But if you do, just think about it. Hours of gameplay without any money from your end. So I'm Eric. You guys have been watching Tech Tomorrow. If you guys have some other free games out there that you guys like, please leave a comment down below and we'll make another video doing the top 10 from your guys' choices. I'm Eric. You've been watching Tech Tomorrow. Like usual, down below that like button, we'll have links to all these games so you can check them out for yourself and save yourself some money and still get your game on. See ya.